Hello, folks. I wanted to welcome you to two exciting things happening at our church. One is life groups, and the other is a tool that we're going to be launching in 2013 called The City. You received an invitation to it as part of your life group. It's a great way to stay connected and communicate with one another as groups. So you received an invitation from your group host that looks something like this. It may have a different wording here, and it says right here, this link is what we're concerned with today. Sign up for the city. So all you have to do is click on that link. Your web browser will open and you will be brought to a page that looks just like this. The areas we're a little bit interested in are first the login. There you type whatever login. It will be easy for you to remember. You'll see I've already used that one for something, so let's try this one. So New Life is my login, and then you can create whatever. Oh, that one's not available either, so let's just try this one. I'm sure that's available. And we're going to create a password. Again, the ID can be whatever you would like. As long as it's available, it'll be okay for you. The password can be whatever is easy for you to remember. Could be one you use all the time, or could be brand new. Then of course you're going to put your first name, your last name, whether you're male or female, and whatever your birth date is. And you note under the birth date it makes mention of the fact that nowhere on the city is the year of your birth date publicized except in your own account. So once I've created my ID, whichever one I want, and my password, or whatever password I would like to use, I can click Create My Account. And that will bring us to a login screen. So we'll have to remember the ID we created, I hope I do, with the password. And there we are finally at our home page of the city. Then what you'll have to do is read through this long agreement. Actually, what I would say to you is you have to accept the agreement to be in the city. So you do, though, have to scroll all the way down to the bottom, or it won't let you press the I agree button. So scroll all the way to the bottom. If you want to read it, you certainly are welcome to do so. And then click I agree. And you've been accepted. And let's see what's happening here. I want to make sure I'm in the right account. I don't know that I am. So I am in the right account. And what it's done in the city, you'll notice there's three main areas that we have to be concerned with. The first is the navigation area, which is right over here. The second is what we call the news feed, which is anything and everything related to the groups that you are in. As you can see right here, New Life Church had put up an announcement about the prayer meeting cancellation, and then anything concerning you as an individual is over on the right hand side, and there's a number of things that we'll look at over there as well. So right now, what should concern you is there's this section here called Group. If you click that plus sign, you'll see the group you've been invited into. Mine happens to be Life Group Mixed Training, and the church group, which all of us are in, called New Life Church. So in your group, if you want to get to your group, you just click that. You'll get to your group. We'll talk about this in a few moments. And if you want to get back to the main page, you can just click the city up in the upper left, and that brings you back to the main feed. What we really want you to focus on is getting your profile set up. So over here on the right hand side, you can see there's your profile information. If I click View Profile, I really haven't done much, but this is the thing that I want you to focus on. First thing you can do, if you'd like, is to type a little information about yourself by clicking where it said add something about yourself. Let's go back there so you can see it. So when you click View Profile, this is what you will come to. Let's start right at the top. Add something about yourself. And there you can type a little something about yourself. You can fine-tune your name, and there's your birth date as well. A couple things I want you to notice. Account information is just your login. It does not show the password. You can change your password here if you would like. You could also change the email that is associated with your city account. There's your profile information. We're going to take a quick look here, but that's information where you would list family members, whether they are in the city or not. Contact information is something that I want you to be aware of. You can put your best contact phone number in there. Mine is always my cell phone, because I always have that with me. So I will select that. Members, just so you're aware, is something we do not use in the city, so you don't have to worry about that. And if you click this, that means it will only show your phone number to folks who are your friends within the city. And one thing that I like to point out about the city is that the city is a closed environment. So nothing that you have in the city can be accessed from the internet in any way at all. The only people that in some ways can connect with that information are people that are part of our church city here at New Life. So it all remains very private. If you want to go to the next level and only have people who are your friends, then you can do that there. Twitter and Facebook, we'll talk about that a little later on in another video. Skills is an area that's very important to us down the road. You'll see there's all kinds of options there to choose and select. We would like you to be very intentional and thoughtful about selecting those. Those should be areas that you are skilled at or gifted at or willing to volunteer and help out at the church with. So take some time, think through that, select the ones that apply to you. In another video, we'll show you how that can be used at our church, but literally, say someone in Project Care has a meal that needs to be planned, and they want people who are willing to cook meals. They can literally do a search up here of hospitality meals, and the city will show them everyone in our church who has volunteered to do that. So that's an important area for you to consider. We're going to go over notifications in two ways, but the first is this. Have some options here. You can receive an email. If anybody messages you on the city, you can get a duplicate email of that message. So if you have that checked, that happens. Again, kind of like Facebook. The way to think about the city and Facebook are two very different ways. The city is really all about your group and connection to that group, where Facebook is really all about you as an individual. So those are the two primary differences. If you only want your friends to be able to start conversations with you, and those are people that you invite to be your friends or they invite to be your friend, just like on Facebook, you would click that. And if you do not want to receive an email every time someone replies to a topic or a status that you've posted, you check that off, which is usually the way that I set that up. And then here you have the option, if someone does friend request you, to just accept them all, reject them all, or notify you. And then once you've made those changes, you need to select Save Notifications so that it saves those changes you made. Email, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. There's two listed there. I'm going to talk about that when we get to your group. So back to your profile information. If you want to add a picture, you can do that there. If you want to type a little paragraph about yourself, we would be happy to have you do that. You can type that there. So that's areas pretty self-explanatory. And in your group, to get to your group, you simply come over to the left-hand side, come to the navigation area of the city, click on groups, select which group you want to go to. First time I select my group, you'll see it has this little information about The city, there are a number of ways that the city will communicate with you to let you know that things are happening in the city. You can choose some options. One is to receive nothing, so you'll get no emails, no notifications from, I'll go back and change that in a moment, from the city. So the only way you would know if something happened is if you actually go into the city. Now I'm going to have to go into the profile to show you how to do that, because I've selected that. So we'll click here again, get us back to that page, and we want the notifications and the email area. Okay, so here you see listed each of the groups that I am part of. The wonderful thing about the city is you don't have to deal with every group that we've created. You only see information and are concerned with information that relates to the group you are a member of, which are your life group and the New Life Church-wide group. And each day, and in many different ways, there's ways for you to receive notifications about what's happening in that group. So, for example, in your life group, you may want to receive everything about that group. So everything and anything that happens, you will receive an email about that. Some people choose to receive only the newest things that are happening in a particular group, which means if something was posted yesterday and it's still in the city today, your notification doesn't say anything about that. It only informs you about new things that are happening. The way that I like to set it up is for my life group, I click everything so that I receive everything about my life group. For my church-wide group and most of the other groups that I am in, I select a daily digest, which is an email that you will receive at the end of the day around 5 o'clock that will inform you about anything that was posted within that group for that day. And as I said, that goes out via email at around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So you can set those there, but I did want you to see that when you click on your group for the first time, then you will be brought to that screen where you'll have to make that choice. So back to our life group, you can see this group has nothing in it. Just do want to show you this area here, getting started. Again, these are just some steps that will take you through getting your account set up. We just went through the profile, but this will kind of bring you to that area. Find friends. Once you're in here, let's do that. You can find some of the friends that are on the city. Couple ways you can do that. You can do that in here, or you can come up here and just type a name of someone you're wondering if they are in the city, and you'll see my name comes up when I click Vinny. I have a couple accounts in here. Say we're looking for Pastor Andy. We just type Andy, and you can see Andy Patton comes up. So if I click on his account, I immediately go to his profile. You can see he's in a few groups on the city and has his account set up very nicely. If I want to add him as a friend, all I have to do is click this plus arrow right here, and he will be sent a friend request. Let's get back to our group. In your group, if you want to see who the members of your group are, you simply click up on top. You'll see some icons just like this. Mail is your email settings, so if I want to change the settings of my group, I simply click that. Information is a little description about your group. Nice thing about the city, there are many different ways to navigate to different areas. If I just want to get back to my group, as you can see, as I move up to the name, it highlights. All I have to do is click it, and I'm back to my group. If I want to see who is in that group, then I can just click that little icon of the people, and it shows me everyone that is in my group. Also, if I wanted to go to them or request them as a friend, all I have to do is click on their icon. This is my main group. Again, if you wanted me as a friend, you would just click the little plus sign, and that would send me a friend request. What will happen if a friend request, let's send one in, well, we won't do that because I'll have to log out, but what will happen is if someone sends you a friend request over in this area, you'll see a little line that says friends, like this, like the getting started line, except it says friends, and there'll be a drop down where you can just confirm or reject that person as a friend. And I'll be really hurt if you reject me as a friend. But anyway, we'll go back to our life group. You can see this group is brand new, so there's no postings. So if you wanted to start a post or let your host know that you are in the group, the way you could do that is come to start a new post, select a topic. Let's just make hello, if I could spell it right. Hi, I am in the group and looking forward to our first event. Just to show you some things about posting a topic or an event or a prayer, they will all ask you to share. What I want you to understand is that if you're posting a topic, event, prayer, or need in your group, it will go automatically to your group, which is always listed right at the top for you, so you know what group you're in. This is if you'd like to share it with other groups or friends, specifically share it with other groups or friends specifically that are not in your group. Also, you can limit it to only men if you're a man, or only women if you're a woman. And you could also limit who gets it by email. But if you just want it to go to your group, all you have to do is create the event. It does require some kind of topic in the topic line. And once you're ready, you just click post this topic. And if we go to the city feed, you'll see that's there. Obviously, there's no photo there of me because I have not set up my profile picture yet. So that's it. Like I said, the easiest way to remember is that the left-hand side of the city is just about navigation. The center is a news feed about the different things going on in your groups, and the right-hand side is all about you as a member and a part of the city. So we hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoy your life groups. Thanks for taking the time to watch this today.